guys, hi, welcome back once again. My name is Vaishali and today I'd like to talk about when adaptive intelligence becomes maladaptive. I read this quote a while back on intelligence which said that intelligence is the ability of an organism to keep adapting, because adaptation helps in survival at that point in time and therein creates the chance of evolution as well. So if adaptation is the measure of intelligence to some relative degree, how then does it become maladaptive? When does it become maladaptive and why does it become maladaptive? So if you look at a chameleon, we'd realize that it is super adaptive. It keeps trying to fit in, it keeps trying to blend in with its vicinity, with its surrounding, with its environment. So we'll see that it rapidly adapts and changes its color in keeping with its environment, because that essentially helps it survive. So is it only limited and restricted to a chameleon? Probably not. It somewhere even implies on us, because we constantly keep adapting, we constantly keep changing our personas in order to fit into a certain situation, into a certain environment. Most of the times it helps us survive, but maybe we as humans look for something more beyond survival. Maybe we also look for something that helps us thrive, that helps us come alive. So when we are constantly adapting, we essentially are functioning more from the survival mode. And in order to survive, most of the times we have to be hyper vigilant about the environment that we are in. And when we are in that survival hyper vigilant mode, can our nervous system really trust the environment that we are in? Can it really make us feel safe? Our brain and our nervous system, subconsciously and unconsciously, is constantly scanning around looking for some kind of a threat. And when our brain and our nervous system is constantly vigilant, is hyper vigilant, and is constantly scanning for some kind of a threat, explicit or implicit, will the rest of the systems connected to the nervous system not be in a hyperdrive as well? And through the course of development, we explicitly and implicitly get messages that probably feel more threatening most of the times. And unlike the reptile, our nervous system, our brain, is much more complex than the reptile chameleon itself. So say supposedly when during the course of our development a child is made to feel ashamed of probably being oversensitive, of probably overthinking, of probably overanalyzing, of probably being a little more reactive than most other kids, of probably expressing disappointment in the form of anger, of probably being too opinionated, of probably being very creative, of probably being somebody who thinks outside the box, of probably being a little too curious. Over time, during the course of development at the foundation years, this person realizes that certain things are more acceptable than the others, and invariably we all go into the fight, flight, freeze or fawn response. And since we are inherently one of the only species that is dependent on its caretakers for the longest period of time, those intelligently adaptive mechanisms that help us survive at that point in time, that helps us stay safe at that point in time, over a period of time become maladaptive, because our nervous system and our memory gets the message that certain things are safe and certain things are absolutely unsafe, that certain things are absolutely acceptable and that certain things are truly unacceptable. Invariably, like they say, we become what we practice. So unless we take a little time, unless we take a pause to reflect whether the mechanisms that we had developed at one point in time that helped us survive, that were intelligent enough to help us survive, are they also helping us survive or even thrive today? Are they still intelligently adaptive, or have they become maladaptive over a period of time? Let's try and understand what intelligent adaptive behaviors had we adopted which helped us survive, but maybe they are stopping us from feeling and coming alive. Let's try and think a little more on that, and I will see you once again the next week. Till then, stay tuned in. And guys, if you do like the contents of my videos, please do like, share and subscribe.